The history of California can be divided into the Native American period about 10,000 years ago until 1542, the European exploration period 1542 to 1769, the Spanish colonial period 1769 to 1821, the Mexican Republic period 1823 to 1848, and United States statehood. Oh, before I forget, please like and share my YouTube channel to notify you about my upcoming history. September 9, 1850 to present. California was one of the most culturally and linguistically diverse areas in pre-Columbian North America. After contact with Spanish explorers, many of the Native Americans died from foreign diseases and genocide campaigns. After the Portal Expedition of 1769 to 1770, Spanish missionaries began setting up 21 California missions on or near the coast of Alta Upper California, beginning with the mission San Diego de Ocala near the location of the modern-day city of San Diego, California. During the same period, Spanish military forces built several forts presidios and 3 small towns pueblos. 2 of the pueblos would eventually grow into the cities of Los Angeles and San Jose. After Mexico's independence was won in 1821, California fell under the jurisdiction of the First Mexican Empire. Fearing the influence of the Roman Catholic Church over their newly independent nation, the Mexican government closed all of the missions and nationalized the church's property. They left behind a Californial population of several thousand families, with a few small military garrisons. After the Mexican-American War of 1846 to 1848, the Mexican Republic was forced to relinquish any claim to California to the United States. The California Gold Rush of 1848 to 1855 attracted hundreds of thousands of ambitious young people from around the world. Only a few struck it rich, and many returned home disappointed. Most appreciated the other economic opportunities in California, especially in agriculture, and brought their families to join them. California became the 31st U.S. state in the Compromise of 1850 and played a small role in the American Civil War. Chinese immigrants increasingly came under attack from nativists. They were forced out of industry and agriculture and into Chinatowns in the larger cities. As gold petered out, California increasingly became a highly productive agricultural society. The coming of the railroads in 1869 linked its rich economy with the rest of the nation and attracted a steady stream of settlers. In the late 19th century, Southern California, especially Los Angeles, started to grow rapidly. Different tribes of Native Americans lived in the area that is now California for an estimated 13,000 to 15,000 years. Over 100 tribes and bands inhabited the area. 2 various estimates of the Native American population in California during the pre-European period range from 100,000 to 300,000. California's population held about 1/3 of all Native Americans in the land now governed by the United States. The native horticulturalists practiced various forms of forest gardening and fire stick farming in the forests, grasslands, mixed woodlands, and wetlands, ensuring that desired food and medicine plants continued to be available. The natives controlled fire on a localized basis too. create a low-intensity fire ecology to facilitate the growth of food and fiber materials, and may have sustained a low-density agriculture in loose rotation, a sort of wild permaculture. California was a name given to a mythical island populated only by beautiful Amazon warriors, as depicted in Greek myths, using gold tools and weapons in the popular early 16th century romance novel Los Serges de Esplandy and the Adventures of Esplandy and by Spanish author García Rodríguez de Montalvo. This popular Spanish fantasy was printed in several editions, with the earliest surviving edition published about 1510. In exploring Baja California, the earliest explorers thought the Baja California Peninsula was an island and applied the name California to it. 9 mapmakers started using the name California to label the unexplored territory on the North American west coast. European explorers from Spain and England explored the Pacific coast of California beginning in the mid-16th century. Francisco de Ulloa explored the west coast of present-day Mexico, including the Gulf of California, proving that Baja California was a peninsula. 10 But in spite of his discoveries, the myth persisted in European circles that California was an island. Rumors of fabulously wealthy cities located somewhere along the California coast, as well as a possible northwest passage that would provide a much shorter route to the Indies, provided an incentive to explore further. The first Europeans to explore the California coast were the members of a Spanish sailing expedition led by Captain Juan Rodríguez Cabrillo from the Viceroyalty of New Spain, modern Mexico. They entered San Diego Bay on September 28, 1542. And reached at least as far north as San Miguel Island. 11 Cabrillo and his soldiers found that there was essentially nothing for the Spanish to easily exploit in California. Located at the extreme limits of exploration and trade from Spain, it would be left essentially unexplored and unsettled for the next 234 years. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to click my subscribe button.